Yeah, being told I love you is good, but have you ever been called a big man by the guy serving you kebab? Yeah, now that feels just right. I befriended a crow today and I don't need any of you anymore. I can't wait to live in the woods. I can't wait to have antlers and only speaking clicks and whistles and watch you all die in your cities as me as Crowopolis take over the world. Well, the woods at least. Absolutely under no circumstance at all are customers allowed to play Stairway to Heaven while trying out guitars. Thank you, okay? We're sick of hearing it. When you're absolutely terrified of butterflies, but you work for National Geographic and they need pictures of butterflies. Oh God, get it away from me! That is the best Rambo movie, I'm just saying. Being boiled alive in a witch's soup, which, smacking me with a broom. Stop eating all the potatoes. Smack, 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 smack. Das Sukath, whatever your name is. How much do you like raw potatoes? LMAO, shout out to that one person that hears you when you're talking in a group and smiles or replies to you while no one else is even paying attention so you don't feel like a complete waste of space and slowly trail off your sentence and learn develop a speaking disorder. Boom! Thanksgiving pro tip. Never eat any food offered to you by an adorable toddler relative. It might look like a cookie or a piece of candy, but it's actually the flu. Life hack. Drink 17 coffees before lunch to transcend time and become a being of pure energy and get sent home for feeding croissants to the office printer. But you can feed it pancakes, just not croissants. If I had a nickel for every time I saw a stepbro/stepsis I would be rich. If I had a nickel for every time a French king died after hitting their head on a door frame, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. God, I love Hub comment sections. Driving through Texas just reminds me that if there was ever a Fallout-style post-apocalyptic America, there would be an entire faction dedicated to the worship of this freaking beaver. Yep, it pretty much would. Same with Applebee's. What if someone stole the Google Maps car and took pictures of their snick, but the guy who drove the car wants too scared to tell his boss, so somewhere on Google Maps there's a picture of a zick. Is there something you need to tell us? Yes, I did this. I did this very badly. People talk about how hard it is to make friends as an adult, but all you have to do is ask someone what their favorite deep-sea creature is. Everyone has one, and they are so desperately waiting to tell you about it. I like blowfish or blobfishes or the bobbit worm, personally. Doctor, seeing scratches all over my back. Well, I can see you're sexually active. Me remembering drunkenly mistaking a raccoon for Yoda and putting him in my backpack to train me as a Jedi. Oh yeah, I did like 100 of the sex so far. Definitely not a virgin. You ever take a nap so good that you thought you missed the school bus, but it's Sunday and you're 32? Yeah, the other day when my power went out and I was watching Brandon Tenold on YouTube. She started seeing a guy that can pronounce Gnucci. It's over, bro. You gotta move on. What's Gnucci? I guess I'm not the guy. Do you think the top part of a mermaid also tastes like fish, or that it would actually be red meat? Would there be a solid line where the meat changes in their body, or would it kind of blend? Could you make a surf and turf platter with one carcass? Hashtag I need answers because I'm preparing the fish, but I need to know. Me as a child. Walks in the kitchen covered in my own blood, holding a rabbit I fought from a hawk. My mom on the phone, mouthing, I'm on the phone, Jimmy. That's right, my childhood name was Jimmy, apparently. So, your fiancé gets kidnapped in a foreign country. You stay out till 2 a.m. searching with authorities, but eventually you have to call it and return to your hotel. Do you still do your skincare routine, yes or no? I'm selfish, so yeah, I definitely would. Professional esport gamer who got paid to practice 12 hours a day after beating a struggling single father of 2 who hopped on the game for fun after his overtime shift at the oil rig. I make millions playing games. All anyone needs to know about Ben Shapiro is that he once called a bot stupid and poor. You're stupid and poor, Mr. Bot. The best email signature I've ever seen. Is it normal for me to take 2 days to read my emails and 2 more days to reflect on the matter and respond calmly? This culture of immediacy and the constant fragmentation of time are not very compatible with the kind of life I lead. Yeah, I haven't opened an email from a sponsor from 4 days ago. They probably dropped me. When your grinder date comes over to watch some movies and see what happens, and you bend over to put the DVD in and you're being extra as crap sticking your butt out and you hear, damn! And you look over to give him the look and you find out he's watching Fortnite replays on his phone. That sounds way too specific to be a meme and more of a confession of sin, honestly. Why did elementary schools just occasionally bring in a dude with a big snake? Who was that man? What were his credentials? He worked for a zoo, or at least that's what he said. She had the face of an angel and a personality like the sound of an ironing board being unfolded. for anyone who doesn't know what that sounds like, it sounds like that. Folks who don't give you a recipe because it's a family secret are very odd. First of all, it's not like your family is living off these cinnamon rolls, and secondly, you've told me you cheat on your wife before, so like, is it a freaking clove or not? Just tell me, homie, I don't care. Do you think anyone fired from Twitter is decamping to their picturesque hometown where their parents are about to put them in charge of a local Christmas project and their only assistant, a handsome carpenter who's single? I sure hope so. Getting someone pregnant makes you a father. Secretly bending the hose your kid is using so the water stops flowing, then suggesting that the hose must be broken and encourage them to look inside as you release the pressure and set Old Faithful off in their face makes you a dad. You're kind of a jerk, aren't you? Me, after doing my own taxes and getting back $28,493. What, man? I did my taxes. Is that Cuban Gooding Jr.? What did he get arrested for? Oh, is this from the OJ movie miniseries? I love crested geckos because they have the expression of an animal who has exactly one brain cell that dings around their skull like a Windows screensaver. Blep. Worst things that can happen while skydiving. 4. Parachute fails. 3. Eagle pecks your eyes out. 2. You see your house from the sky and notice your parents making love in the garden. 1. You're blown off course and land at a friend's wedding you said you couldn't attend because you're ill. Gen Z will never understand growing up with parents who basically poured a gallon of milk into your body with a funnel every day because Big Milk told them if we didn't drink enough, our bones would go soft and we'd turn into pudding people and get kidnapped at the mall. I just refuse to drink the milk even though I'm not a Gen Zer. Yeah, milk is gross. Y'all ever just take a cold shower in the dark on all fours and groan pledgibly pretending you're a wet rhino on the African savannah during the first rain in years? No, but I sometimes fall asleep while taking showers and then wake up when it gets cold. Hotel showers are the death of me because they never run out of hot water. I'm so glad Gaga became a legend. I remember in high school my math teacher was like, let's see where she is in 10 years. And here we are 10 years later with Gaga being a legend and my math teacher being in jail for sleeping with students. Bless, baby. Translate this sentence. Why is there a Norwegian architect lying in my bed? Vigor ligger det en norsk architekt I min snag. I like snag. I went to a job interview for Waffle House and one of the questions was, can you fight? My good man, I know waffle foo. Walk into the club like, what up, I gotta, oh god, oh no, wrong building, I'm so sorry, continue with your funeral, God bless, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely not bees. Shake vigorously before opening. Well, at least it's not bees. Me throughout high school. Freshman me hating life and everyone around me. Senior me emailing furry teacher from the principal's computer. Okay, Frankuru. Pangolins are cute because they always look like they're about to hesitantly present some bad news to their sovereign lord. Pardon me, sire. My liege, if I may, the prisoners, they've escaped. Is that what they're called? Pangolins? I think so. Tons of names on my phones are Kenny Landlord and Mike Electric or Pete Do Not Answer, and just realized this is how Anglo surnames have always worked. What is McDowell surname for? The man who max on dowels. That's it right there. Abby, 19, 7 miles away. I want to sleep with you. I don't mean have sex. I mean sleep together under my blankets, with my hand on your chest and your arm around me. No talking, just the muffled cries that you slowly let seep away from your blood-gurgling mouth as I slit your throat and sacrifice your worthless life to the Dark Overlord. Tee-hee. Honey, I am the Dark Overlord. And you slit my throat, so now, I don't know. It was a joke. I don't know where to go with this, alright? I'm bad at Tinder. The fewer words a magic sword's name has, the more dangerous it is. You don't want to be on the wrong end of Dark King Grutmore's edge of annihilation. Don't get me wrong, but you for sure don't want to be on the wrong end of something called the Throngler. Let me tell you, I've been on the end of a Throngler, and it's a pretty good Friday night. And there I was at 21, broken that I'd never hear my sister laugh again. I held her limp hand, my eyes playing cruel tricks as I swore I saw her breathe. In that moment, all I could think about was the lava cake we'd baked together. For the recipe, you'll need a double boiler. What? I'm so confused. Did your sister die? Me passing a note to the waitress. Hi, I'm going to order Diablo Fire Wings, but could you please just bring me mild? Also, when you bring the mild wings, could you please say, whoa, who ordered the Diablo Wings? I did. I want to blow out my butthole tonight. Live every day like it's your last before you die from a drive-by crossbowing at 8:39 a.m. tomorrow. It's like 7:42 a.m. and oh boy, I'm gonna die today, aren't I? Guys will be like, there he is, or the man, the myth, the legend, and it's just some dude named Greg. That dude named Greg saved a cow from a burning building while it was flooding. Every French beach town has a little cafe called like Le Nautilus, and every American beach town has a little cafe called Scratchy Dick's Butt Crab Frick Shack, baby. Dirty Dick's Crab Shack is my favorite in Florida, personally. Yeah, it's a real place. Look it up. If Uber had an option where a guy with a mullet picked you up in an 87 Chevy Silverado with the windows down, blaring Travis Tritt, cooler full of Coors in the truck bed, and responded to everything you said with, "Hell yeah, brother," then I'd choose it more often than I'm proud to admit. I mean, it's free beer, man, of course. Plus, it's just a good time. Do not become friends with computer science majors. They will always have a major project due every week that isn't that bad, that they'll contemplate dropping out over it, and if you ask to hang out with, they will say, "Sure, I just gotta finish a project first," and then spend 8 hours coding a program that doesn't run. Is this why Michael Reeves stopped coding? I don't often get sick, but when I do, I instantly become a frail Victorian child asking mother for permission to be carried onto the garden to see the sun one last time before the consumption takes hold. Yeah, I usually sleep on the floor for 4 days and pray I don't die. And each time I get a little bit closer to death. Boys are so tough until they're in the passenger seat of your car, and then it's squirming around and grabbing the edge of their seat, yelling, "Jesus Christ, Grace, there's a freaking truck, please, Grace." It's because you can't drive, Grace. I fear for my life. That's why I'm screaming at you. Can they raise lifeguard requirements? I'm sorry, but I just don't trust a 19-year-old, 110-pound blonde named Mackenzie with the IQ of a McChicken to save my life. As someone who was a 15-year-old lifeguard, let me tell you, I weighed 132 pounds, and I definitely could not have saved you. They teach you in lifeguard school to let the person drown and then save them for your own life. Like, seriously, let them pass out underwater. That is something in the lifeguard handbook. I ordered a pizza last year, and it hasn't come yet. Ha! I haven't showered since last year. Ha! I also haven't felt genuine happiness since 2012. Ha! 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 Have a good day, everyone, or whatever.